G'day everyone, just going to run through how the mod activation part works in the Taylor Drift Scottish Tryhard 4.1 script. It's one of those things where if you're new to it, you look at it, you kind of get confused, but once somebody explains it to you, you go, oh, okay, that's not as hard as I thought it was. Let's jump in and have a look. At the end of the day, mod activation, the name pretty much says it all. All you're doing is changing how certain mods are activated within the script. So you're changing when anti-recoil activates, you might be changing when aim assist activates. Either way, let's get into it. It'll make a lot more sense. All right, so going through the mod activation stuff here, we can see we've got our standard anti-recoil, advanced step anti-recoil, Taylor assist, bats assist, rapid fire, burst fire, crouch shot, jump shot, insta drop, and we're back to the start. The first one we're going to take a look at is the Taylor assist. That's on the default setting of ADS or fire. Now with this setting, I'll back out so we can actually see it. With this setting, if I aim down my sight, you can see there the right stick doing its thing. That's the aim assist. That's all the aim assist does. So you can see that's working. If I stop aiming down my sight or pressing the trigger that does it, and I press the shoot trigger instead, you can see the aim assist activates as well. If I aim down my sight and shoot, it's all doing the same thing, okay? Now, if I go back into the mod activation part, back over to Taylor assist, and we change this to, let's have a look, another one here, fire only. Back out to that saves. It's pretty self-explanatory, fire only, what it's going to do. But now the mod will only activate when I fire only, all right? So if I ADS, nothing happens. If I ADS and shoot, nothing happens. If I only press the shoot trigger, that's when it activates. All right, so that's what you're changing here with the mod activation. Having a look at another one here, maybe instead of ADS or fire, we'll look at ADS and fire. So back out so that one saves. If I fire only, nothing happens. If I ADS, nothing happens. But if I ADS and shoot, now the mod activates, as you can see there by the right stick moving around. Now this works the exact same way with bats assist. So I've turned off the Taylor aim assist now. I've only got bats on. So that's on the default setting there of ADS or fire. So the same thing happens. If I aim down my sight, sticky aim activates. If I shoot, it activates. If I aim down my sight and shoot, it stays activated, as you can see. If I go back into mod activation, go over to the bats assist part and change that to fire only like we did before. Back out so that saves. Now you will see that when I ADS and shoot, nothing happens. ADS only, nothing happens. Fire only, that's when sticky aim activates. Looking at one more, so instead of having it on fire only, we can look at ADS and fire or fire. So now it's going to activate on ADS and fire or fire only. So ADSing, nothing's going to happen. All right, ADS and fire, there we go, or fire only, and it activates. So again, self-explanatory stuff. You just need to go through, have a look and see what the options are. And if you feel like changing it or you want to experiment with trying it on a different setting, then, just give it a go. Next, we'll have a look at the mod activation for anti-recoil. So I'm just going to put legacy anti-recoil on. I'll put the vertical on 25. Might just bump it up to 30 there. Back out so that saves. Now check the mod activation. It's going to be on, so standard AR, it's on ADS and fire. So the anti-recoil will only activate once you ADS and start shooting. As you can see there, the right stick gets pulled down. That's what anti-recoil is. It's not going into the game files and magically deleting recoil. It's simply just pulling down or telling the game that you're pulling down on the right stick. Now, going back into the mod activation part for standard AR, if we change this to, let's have a look, again, fire only is another option. You can tell what's going to happen here. So ADS and fire, you get no anti-recoil. Obviously, nothing's going to happen if you're just ADSing, but if you're just shooting or shooting only, there we go, it's going to activate there. So maybe for games like Halo, if you're shooting mainly from the hip, you could use something like this where you only want the anti-recoil to activate when you're pressing the shoot trigger. There's different options for it, but that's just an idea. I'll go through one more, and that's the thing for rapid fire. So I'm going to turn rapid fire on, make sure my RPS is on something there. So I've got it on 15, that will do. Go back to the mod activation. Now for rapid fire, it's a little bit different. So there's fire only, ADS and bumper, and that's it. So with the fire only, you can see if I back out here, with the rapid fire only, you can see I'm holding the trigger, but it's telling the, it would be sending the signal to your console or PC that you're spamming it. So that's how the rapid fire works. However, if you change the mod activation for rapid fire to ADS and bumper, if I aim down my sight and pull the shoot trigger, nothing happens. It's just the same ADS and shoot. You'll have to keep tapping it yourself. However, if I pull the bumper, which is RB on the Xbox controller or R1 on the PlayStation controller, I know you can't see me doing it, but once I pull the bumper or press the bumper there, you can see that the rapid fire activates. So going back in here, go over to rapid fire, ADS and bumper or fire only. That's the two options that you've got. It's the same for burst fire there as well. And there's also other options for crouch shot, jump shot, stuff like that, but I don't need to go through those as I've just explained. You know what it does. I'm sure you'll be able to figure out, what this is changing if you want to go in and do it yourself. And there we go. So that's everything I wanted to cover for this video. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask those in the comments. And if you're wondering where you can get this script, you can get it from the Taylor Drift Discord. There'll be a link to that in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.